Welcome, Army fans. This is Joe Iacono with GoBlackKnights.com, along with Army defensive back Jaydan Mays. Jaydan, looks like you're in civilian clothes. Did you already get showered up and get ready after the scrimmage, or did you not participate in the scrimmage today? Just curious.
Oh, I participated, yeah. I just hurry up and shower to get up here, get to the interview. Yeah.
Good stuff. So, how did the scrimmage go today?
I went pretty well. There was some defense started off pretty rough. Offense making plays left and right. Really dominant performance from the offense in the first half. And a halftime hit, we had a couple special teams plays. Coach Woody brought the defense together. We all had to talk like, okay, that one's behind us. Like there's the next half that we can improve on. The second half went way better, according to like from defense perspective. Just executing our plays, trusting each other, trusting the guys left or right, making sure that we do what we know how to do. So second half, defense really stepped it up, didn't allow a touchdown or any big plays really to occur. The second half, pretty much same structure of the scrimmage. So yeah, we definitely turned the tide around in the second half.
I think people will be excited to hear that. How much time did the ones get today? Did you get a lot of reps, or were a lot of younger guys in there? Kind of, what was the flow of that?
It was split up pretty evenly. Then we did three play or six plays, ones, twos, threes, six plays against one, two, threes, and then like a 1 minute scenario. Special teams, obviously, you play on special teams, your time will be different, but also there was a goal line section, also ones, twos, and threes split up evenly. So yeah, it was pretty much even across the board, especially in the
Okay.
cornerback.
And speaking of special teams, Jayden, are you going to be returning kicks and punts again this year?
Hopefully we don't know yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see when that time comes. We'll see. But yeah.
Okay. And the secondary, specifically the corners, all three of really I consider all three of you guys starters, you, Justin Weaver, and Donovan Platt, obviously, because all three you got a lot of playing time. There's a good rotation there. All three of you return, so it's one of the most experienced positions on the Army team heading into the fall. How are the three of you as kind of bringing along some of the younger guys, and how is the cornerback position kind of starting to gel here in spring practice?
We've made lots of improvements from the group as a whole. I know actually for myself, I have room to improve, a lot room. Like my ceiling's a lot higher than where I'm at right now. But definitely, I think that there's beginning of spring there was a like definite distinction. Okay, that guy has played before in a game, and that guy has not. And now, like our biggest goal is to like make that even, so you can't tell who has the experience, who doesn't. I think we've done a great job along with Coach Dixon, just telling everybody like the expectations for the position, not for the person. So if you put Ben Gibbs, who just moved the corner, and put him in the game, like they expect him to perform just as well, if not better, than either me, Donovan Platt, or Justin Weaver should, like along with any of the other young guys. So yeah, there's definitely there's a drop off, but our goal is to lessen that drop off, and it definitely has improved. Their play has improved. Coach D has seen it. Everybody's seen it. We've all talked about it in the meeting rooms. Like it's an open meeting room. Like whatever happens on the film, we're going to talk about it. Whether it's like embarrassing, you give a big play, or like you miss a tackle, we're going to talk about it. So there's definitely that part, and then like also the peer leadership that's been like ran through that room. It's really started from a couple years ago when Jabari Moore was here and Cam Jones. They definitely held each other accountable, and then definitely making that important to each other, like being able to tell them, okay, you messed up, like you messed up, and like do you know why? So like that's the biggest part, whether it comes from top to bottom or bottom to top, making sure that everybody's held to the same standard.
That's awesome. And you mentioned Coach Dixon. He's been around the Army staff just about as long as anybody on this staff. Really, really solid cornerback coach. How is a guy like that with as much experience as he has, how is he able to help you and the other corners out and really help you guys kind of accelerate your improvement?
He's great. I think he's the best coach on the coaching staff. Not biased opinion. I just think it's generally like you can ask him a question about why we're playing this coverage a certain way, and he'll say because the backside D lineman is blitzing. So it's like he knows the defense like the back of his hand, ins and outs, making minute adjustments if he needs to a certain coverage because we saw okay, there's a flaw in this coverage. Here's how we can fix it this way, this way, this way. And he can explain things to you like whether it's 400 level or 100 level, he can explain it to where it'll help you. So like he may not be able to explain something to me on a as high of a level as he can with somebody else. So it's like he can dumb it down. He can bring you up to that highest point where you understand why he does what he does and why we coach the way we coach. And just trusting players, you know. So yeah.
Good stuff. And being a corner at Army is a little different than being in a corner at a lot of other schools. And what I mean by that is, you guys have the CIC periods in practice. Obviously, you're practicing a lot against Army's option offense, and you guys play the other two academies. So, corners at a lot of schools can just get away with being cover guys and not really have to come up and stop the run and really get their nose dirty. What's it like, having to do both of those things, stop the run as well as making sure you don't get beat deep in the passing game?
It's definitely a different experience than like say high school or at another school, or even playing different teams that don't run the triple option. But it really comes down to just your eyes, like knowing where you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to react when a certain player moves a certain way. That's just the biggest thing that we emphasize in the room. Just focusing. If you make something small, see a little, you can see a lot. So if this receiver's going off for a pass, you're in coverage now, play your coverage responsibilities. If he's blocking down, okay, I might have to be in the fit, I might have to make this tackle. So it's definitely everything's moving lightning fast. So especially with the efficiency of our offense, we get it at the highest levels. Like whenever we play those other academies, it's really like slow motion in a sense. Because the way that our offense does it is it's better than the other academies. So it's easier to kind of dumb it down when it's going full speed, whether it's in a scrimmage like this or against Navy. But yeah, just seeing what you're supposed to see, playing what you're supposed to play, trusting the other guys are seeing what they're supposed to see as well and doing their job. Yeah, it's definitely a lot to go into it, but once you dumb it down and figure it out, you can play faster.
Good stuff. And my last question for you, Jayden, just for the fans to get to know you a little better, what is your academic major?
Systems and decision sciences. So it's in the
Nice.
engineering section, and it's kind of a project management, civil engineer role. Yeah, so it's kind of a track like that.
Okay, cool. Cool. I think you're the first guy I've heard with that major, so that's pretty interesting. That's good stuff. I'm a former systems engineering track guy myself, so I get it. So thank you very much, Jayden. Appreciate your time today. Best of success to you through the rest of spring practice, and go Army beat Navy.